Now, the other way to look at it is the statistical distribution. So if we take a look at the correlation coefficient, there's also a statistical distribution to where there's a skew for cost to charge ratios where the average cost to charge ratio is 0.38. The median or the very, very middle is 0.31 and it deviates by 0.24. So what that means is that you have a cost to charge ratio across all of healthcare that is pretty much squeezed in between this low amount here, which is close to zero or 0.6, all the way to, let's say, here, which is zero point 0.9. And so you have a lot of compression in your cost to charge ratio with a few outliers here at the end. And so you have a convergence of a cost to charge ratio of 0.38% on average, and the median is 0.31%. To give it another way is that the charges are 71% of the costs in this case. And so healthcare providers and hospitals will charge 71% of their cost. Now, on the other hand, contractual allowances have a little bit of a wider range in their standard deviation. And so they deviate by 3.66. And so they have a wider range by which they can fluctuate, but they skew to the upside in terms of what that contractual allowance is. And so on average, you have a contractual allowance of 55.73%. Your median or middle is around 64%, which means that in this range here, you can expect the majority of hospitals to be. But you have outliers where you have hospitals and hospital systems that have lower contractual allowances than what is normal. And so cost to charge ratios are certainly have more of a compressed set in terms of what their costs are and what they charge, but contractual allowances are a little bit more wider because of the way that the negotiating takes place. And so some hospitals may be able to have a greater negotiating power, which means that they can then have higher contractual allowances to be able to provide lower costs to their patients.